going on, everybody? Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and turn this down. What's going on? What's going on?
What's good? What's good, brother?
Not much. Not much. Got a nice little crowd. Already got the usuals in here. What's going on, Joel? Dane, Mr. Clark. Glad to see y'all on YouTube.
What's going on, people? What's going on?
I see you. I see you. Hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. So, man, Jay, welcome back.
Hey, brother. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, brother.
Oh, man. How was your day?
Busy today, bro. Been a busy day today, man. I can't even lie, brother. It's been real busy today, man. Lord knows it's been busy. It's been a crazy day, man. Real crazy.
Yeah,
But
no.
can't complain, man. Can't complain one bit. Can't complain.
Most definitely. Funny thing is, well, you already know about my situation, so it's
Yeah,
been it's been strange for me as well, man.
yeah,
Busy, but kind of just more so flabbergasted. But yeah, definitely been a heck of a day, man. All
yeah.
right, hey, let's go ahead and start this off right. So, what you wearing? What you wearing?
Hey, man. Today I went, with a little something that a lot of people, don't get a lot of talk about, man. Just a little something like today, man. They said that this was, one of Two Chain's favorite fragrance. You know what I'm saying? He did say that Bond number 9 was his favorite scent. You
He
know what I'm saying?
did.
So
He did.
for
He
me
did.
today, from the House of Bond number 9, I went with Five Eye, man. A lot of people
All
don't
right.
understand and know about this one, man. Very aromatic, um, citrusy joint, man. Fresh woods, musks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance, man, that a lot of people don't talk about, man. But this one right here, I haven't pulled this one in a little bit now, man. It's been probably about 2 months since I've reached for it, but today I was like, why not? Beautiful spring day. Very fitting for today's weather, spring, summer, appropriate for sure. Definitely get great longevity from me. I got about 7.5, 8 hours off of it. And even put my hand up here, man. I'm still getting, good whiffs from it, man. So, it's got some great longevity for me. Of course, my bottle's macerated for a little bit. But yeah, man. Bond number 9, Five Eye, man. Center of the day today.
All right. You got to forgive me, man. We're doing both platforms, but unfortunately, StreamYard was messing up, so we weren't able to get it to stream on the same camera. But we're still going
Yeah.
to come to you today, nonetheless, on both platforms, just in case.
Yeah. Sound like I'm getting a little feedback. Sound like I'm getting a little feedback somewhere.
Let me see real quick. Yeah, I'm very well, maybe. Give me 1 second. Let me get my headphones.
Hey, no problem, Joe, man. Anytime I can support, brother, I'll do that, man. And absolutely. Fluid Pender, man. That's a nice fragrance from the House of Liquid Imaginaires, man. I like it. Very, very nice, fresh. Very distinctive take on an aquatic. Let me just put it that way. Very distinctive take on an aquatic. With that particular one from Liquid Imaginaires, man. Um, Fluid there is definitely one that people should get their nose on. Let's see, Bishop is here on IG with us. What's going on, Bishop?
What's going on, Jared? Yes, sir. I tell you what, Joel. Um, is there still an echo?
Sounds better on my end.
Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all type in the
sounds better on
chat.
my
Let
end.
us know if there's an echo.
Yeah, sounds better.
Joel said it's feedback though.
No, he's still getting some feedback.
Oh, okay. He said it's good now.
Okay, good.
All right. I just need to turn it down probably.
Yeah. What's going on,
All
E?
right. Well, my scent of the day is one of Dedrick L. Hicks Jr.'s favorites. It's a combination between Baccarat 540, according to his nose. For me, it's very similar as well. I really can't put my finger on it, but I do get reminiscences of Baccarat 540 and, as he said, Aventus. And that scent of the day is none other than Viva More by Novitus. Oh, Parfums. All right, now I'm trying to finish the last bit of this decant because I actually got a full bottle about a month and a half ago. But man, look, I haven't even cracked it open. It's out the box, but I was like, man, look, as long as I got this decant, I'm gonna go ahead and wear this out.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
But it's a beautiful fragrance. Has a little pineapple in there. Has a little saffron, a little spicy, a little powdery citrus. Uh, it's a good fragrance. I put it like that. Well blended. I've been enamored with it for a while, so I was happy to get the full bottle. It definitely made me happy. Oh, he said I'm echoing on Instagram.
So you get an echo on Instagram.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All
What's up,
right, let me
Nicole?
try to take it out.
I see that the bishop is wearing Pegasus from Parfum de Marly. Good choice. Good choice. If you like vanilla almond based fragrance, excellent choice there. Excellent choice there with Pegasus. I'm pretty sure where he is probably still got a little cooler weather over there in Michigan. So, great choice for today.
Oh yeah, they still cold up there.
Yeah, yeah, man. Habib, what's up, brother?
Hmm, it's interesting, Jay. I'm not sure what's going on, but
Sure,
one of
what's going
these is
on,
bound to
man?
get yeah. One of these are bound to get some feedback. I apologize. It seems like it is everybody on Instagram, but if you can bear with me, hey, or if you don't mind, join us on YouTube. All you have to do is type in the search bar, sips, and the letter N and snips, and you're good to go. You'll find us
Yes, sir.
most definitely.
Yeah,
All
let's
right. With
just
that
keep
being
it going, man.
said, let's
So
go ahead
much
and
go
move
on.
on. Most definitely. All right. So we've got our sense of the day out of the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not drinking today. Um, it's been a long day. Let's just say that. I mess around and get a drink in
All
me,
good,
and I'll
man.
be out on the live.
No, it's
So
all good, brother. All good, man. No worries, no worries. You get a pass for the day, man. I'm just sipping on a little sangria for the night, man. Nothing special for tonight, brother. It's
we'll
been a
sip
long
some
day
for
for the
me
both
then.
of us, man. But we're here. We're here.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna have some good times tonight. Have some good conversation and talk fragrance, talk life. It's gonna be a good day. Good day.
And we're gonna wrap up this little series that we've got. As most of you know, we've been talking about building your brand, brand being yourself, your image, and everything pertaining to whatever you might be putting your hands on, whatever you might be touching or involving yourself in. And in the first series, we talked about basically building your image and finding your direction, basically figuring out what direction of life you're heading, and going from there, trying to angle your life and your appearance accordingly. All right. On the second day last week, we talked about making sure that you were educating yourself and preparing yourself properly for that journey, whatever journey you may take. Making sure that you're getting that you're fully engulfed in learning that trade, that craft, or whatever it is that you're heading into, and making sure that you stay up to par. That you stay competitive, and that's also part of what we're going to be talking about today in the conclusion. All right, making sure that you continue to update yourself and make sure that you are staying competitive and whatever it is that you're doing. Uh, the main point that we usually talk about in here is about making sure that you have a purpose. Because what we've noticed, and we've talked about this several times, is that a man without purpose is a man without life. And a lot of times, they tend to travel the wrong paths. We know people personally who have lost their life, whether to violence, drugs, a number of things. I know people that have lost their life to the prison system. They may still be alive, but their life is no longer theirs,
Right.
you know. And so the whole point of this was to kind of give a little bit of understanding, a little feedback, a little direction as to help some of the young men that might be tuning in, or the men that you might be talking to kind of help guide them, give them a little path to success in life, that they might be able to get their footing in and you know create a life well worth living for themselves.
Right. And the thing is that, like you were saying, a man without a purpose, man, is just a man that's going to be chasing his tail his whole life. As a man, we have to find what our purpose is in life. I mean, sometimes it might take longer than others, but at the end of the day, we have to strive to find whatever that purpose is. And the way that I've like to define purpose is passion. What is your passion? So a lot of people will get a little bit like, okay, what do you mean my purpose? My purpose, my purpose. What is your passion? Where do you see your life going? And what's the time frame or in your goal as far as getting there? You have to have a plan on how you're going to get from point A to point B. You have to have a plan for these things. And if you don't have a plan, trust me, you're not going to reach the destination without a plan. You can't just hope and pray and just say, hey, guess what? I'm just going to put all my faith that this is going to happen. Okay, but you still have to have the works to match the faith to reach the purpose.
Yes,
So,
yes,
whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in life, whatever direction, whatever goals, whatever it may be, if it's to pay off your car or buy a house, pay off your house, pay off credit card bills, go to school, get your degree, get a promotion on your job, all of those things take planning, preparation. So today we just want to kind of talk about a little bit, in those regards of, okay, what's the plan? How do you plan, to get yourself to that destination of where you're trying to be? I always like to say, put your goals in quarterly goals. Don't say, okay, well, 5 years from now, I'm planning on doing this. That's great to have a 5 year goal, but break it down into quarters on how you're going to get that done. Say, okay, quarter number one of this year, I plan on doing this. Put that in place. Once you reach that quarterly goal, okay, now I'm on a quarterly goal number two. Now I'm on a quarterly goal number three, quarterly goal number four. And you complete all that, then guess what? You've got the entire year already done. So
yep,
plan it out in quarters. Hit the little small base hits, hit a single, hit a double, get a triple. You don't have to swing for the fences and hit a home run every time. You're not going to always win the game that way. You just sometimes have to get a little layup here and there, hit your free throws. Don't just start trying to bomb 40-foot 3 pointers to try to win the game. No, that's not how the game is won. The game is
right.
won here before it's won on the physical side. So today we're just gonna try to talk about some things to just try to shed a little bit more light on that subject. And we're just gonna have some good dialogue tonight. Good dialogue, good
Yeah,
dialect. And if you guys have any questions or input, by all means, put it down in the chat.
definitely, definitely. And that was a good point, Jay. I mean, I remember playing basketball, and my coach told me, "Hey, you want to get to become a 20 to 30 point player? You don't go out there trying to chase 20 to 30 points. What you do is you break it down into quarters. That's how we do. You aim for five a quarter. Boom. That's two layups and a free throw. If you give more than that, then you become more than a 20 point player. But it's all done in increments. And in the same respect, when people talk about how they want to live a good life, how they want to get big things done. Well, I know for those who are religious, for those who do dwell in the Bible, you've heard the statement that, you know, I think there's a well, let me say this. I don't want to misquote in the Bible, but there was a point where there was a question asked by God, and I mean by Jesus, and he asked, "How can I make you? Um, how can I make you oversee the big blessings that I have in store for you when you're not taking care of the small ones. And it's kind of like if you're not living a day to day good life, if you're not making decisions choice by choice, it's going to be that much harder when you're pros or when you have a situation where you have to do something really big. It's going to be that much harder because you're out of habit. The little bitty things, breaking it down into fours or fives or whatever, it helps you to create a habit. And that habit is what helps you create a life or sustain that type of lifestyle. So definitely, that definitely was important.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, man. You know, quarter by quarter, game by game, match by
Yep,
match, whatever sport that you can equivalent it to. Just break it down in those aspects, man. You have to. And some things that when it comes to building a brand, in regards to yourself and you having goals and all these things.
yep,
One thing that a lot of people don't always understand, which is a major component of anything, man, is that you have to make sure that you are maintaining a good credit status. Having a good credit status is what's going to help you elevate your brand, to a whole nother level, especially if it comes down to you needing financial assistance from any type of lending institution that, you need those resources to expand your brand and to grow your brand. Credit is
true,
going to be very important. Credit at this point in time, man, they're checking credit for everything. If you want car insurance, they're checking your credit for car insurance. Depending on your credit rating, is going to determine how much you're going to pay for that car insurance payment.
definitely. I
Get
will
an
say that's a
apartment.
double entendre too,
Yeah. I mean, if
because
you want an
hey, in the
apartment,
community,
cell phones,
mhm,
everything, they're looking at your credit rating. And part of your credit rating, that's part of your brand. If you got bad credit, then guess what? You're going to have a pretty damn bad brand. That's just what it is.
definitely,
That's just the realization of it all, man. I mean, you have to make sure that you're a well-rounded person on all aspects, and that's even including your credit. So please,
true,
people, take care of your credit because trust me, without good credit, it's going to be hard for you to reach a lot of different levels in life of where you want to reach because that credit rating is going to be something that they're going to look at. If you want to buy a home, you may not buy a home if your credit score is less than a certain, number. It
true.
sucks, but that's the reality of the world
That's
that we
what
live
it is.
in, and that's the reality of the world we got to exist. So you got to make sure that you're protecting your credit. You have to.
Yeah, the double entendre on that is, fellas, you got financial credit and you got credibility credit. And let's be honest, they both have pretty much the same weight and can have the same effect on your life, your career, or whatever it is that you're doing. If word gets out that you are not a credible person, whether it's for a service that you're offering, whether it's for, let's say, in the fragrance community, if you're giving bad reviews or reviews that tend to sway one direction rather than another or whatnot, your credibility is on the line. And in that sense, people will question your credibility and then you'll be at a loss. And
Exactly.
sometimes I remember there was an old statement that our grandfathers used to make, Jay. Well, I say grandfathers, our fathers too. In this world, all you have is your balls and your word.
Scarface said the same thing.
It's an
For those that
old
don't,
statement.
for
Uh-huh.
those that might not, yeah, they might not have the grandfather or the dad that may have said that. But if you seen Scarface, he said that. He said, all he's got in this world is balls in his word, and he don't break them for nobody. And that's the truth.
That's
You
funny. I
break your
never even
word.
heard that.
No, really? Yeah, man. Yeah, go back and watch that, man. Old school Scarface, bro. He said
Oh
that's all
man.
he got in this world is his balls in his word, and he don't break them from nobody. Because that
Yeah.
and what you just said was 1,000% true, man. Your credibility goes a long way in life, man. If you're a type of person to where if you're saying one thing and you're contradicting everything that you're saying, people are not going to take you serious. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
If you borrow money from somebody and you say, "Hey, guess what? I'm gonna run this $100 back to you in 2 weeks." If you don't run that $100 back in 2 weeks, guess what? Your credibility with that person is shot. You'll never get another loan from that person again.
Never,
So
they'll never trust you.
yeah, so you just got to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, be a person of honesty, integrity, and ethics. You always have to build yourself on those three things. If you're building yourself on those three things, I promise you, your credibility and everything else, it has no choice but to fall in line. You don't want to be labeled as a liar. You don't want to be labeled, especially in this whole fragrance space, as a quote unquote shield because you selling out to different brands and all these different things. We all know how that conversation goes. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to get to a point, James, where you and I might be called a shield for something. But
I
guess
mean,
what?
everybody gets it. It's almost like a claim
Guess
to
what?
fame.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at this point in time, it is what it is. You know, my credibility is going to be put to the test on Thursday. But that's a whole nother different situation. But we'll see how that
It
goes.
is. Well, I will tell you this. Yes, credibility is definitely important, like we said, and that's just the first part. I will say this: there is a bad relationship with the word grifting in the community. It's often used to mean like something negative about people jumping from one topic to another that may be hot. But in life, and then the being successful in life, grifting is a requirement. Being able to update yourself on what is hot, what should be done, what is being commonly used or talked about is a definite, it's a must for anybody, not just man, not just woman, anybody in a specific skill or trait. You never know when the time could come that that trade is gotten rid of, okay? Or when you need to shift your skill set to another area or another career field.
Right.
It is always important to update yourself and keep yourself updated with what new changes, what new, I guess you would say, obstacles are being put in front of you. Like, especially if you're in technology or if you're in anything computer science or computer related, with the advancement of AI, I tell you what, you better be up to date on something because right now, AI is on the verge of taking over quite a few jobs in the future once it becomes more and more financially sound and once more and more companies can afford it. That's what it's
Right.
going to come down to.
Right. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's already starting in some industries already. You know what I mean? I mean, and
Man.
when we say AI, we're not just
Oh yeah,
talking about, this whole, okay, chat GPT, type of AI stuff. Look at when you go to supermarkets, look at when you go to Walmart, you're finding fewer and fewer cashiers. What's replaced that? Self checkout. They've taken the need of cashiers away slowly and slower and slower and slower. All these things are moving out. When you go to fast food restaurants, what do they have? They have the self-serve kiosks to make your orders. There's some fast food restaurants, I want to say in New York, there's Chick-fil-A's now, fully automated. You make an order, you go in, your food is already made and sitting there. You go pick it up like you're doing DoorDash and keep it pushing. They don't even have people in there working. So always make sure that you are updating your resume professionally, but personally. Update your resume personally. Always make sure that you're striving to be the best version of you to where whatever job that you're on, you build value in yourself to where they feel, damn, AI can't give me what Jason or James or Joel or Dame or Tina or whoever. AI can't give me what this person is giving me. You have to put yourself in a position to where you're going to always try to make yourself damn near irreplaceable if you can.
Definitely.
Put yourself in a position to where you're going to be needed. I had to learn that. Always do something to where you're going to make yourself needed on your job. Some people say, "Oh, you're just going overboard, or you're doing too much, and this, that, and the third." But guess what? When layoffs happen, guess who didn't get laid off? I didn't. And guess who
Better
got
believe
laid
it.
off? They did, because I was always bringing something to the table of value that I put myself to where they say, "Damn, we need him." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What's up, Sion?
Exactly. You got to be able to tell them that you are offering something that they can't get from them. I mean,
Uh-huh.
honestly, with everybody in the engineering field, I see all my friends, well, I say all my friends, but a lot of my friends picking up different certs and whatnot, and they may not even be using them, but they have them under the belt just in case, knowing that if something should happen, if this contract or this company that they're working for decides to move in another direction, they don't have to pick up all their stuff and go elsewhere. You know, they've
Right,
got other positions that they can fill, and they will take precedent over the other people because not only will they be able to do that position, but then on top of that, they're also already able to do the position that they're either still in or that they're leaving. And that makes them much more valuable because now they can think from both sides and it can further help the company. But it would not be so if they were not building up their education on the side, getting different certs, always being prepared to move on from their career to something else similar, you know, that may be also necessary in the field. I mean, they're always updating themselves, always making sure that no matter what, no matter how the cards fall, they're always able to pick them back up and play their hand,
exactly.
and that's
And just
important.
looking at Joel's comment, he says, break down your goals, celebrate each one, even if small, is still a victory. Reach your goal, keep that goal consistent, staying put, and create new goals. Joel, I can't agree with that statement any more than what you just said, man. Break down those goals, everybody. And it's important to celebrate it. Celebrate each one that you got, even if it's the smallest little thing. Celebrate it. It's still a victory. People get caught up in wanting to celebrate once they reach the finish line of what the grand scheme of everything is. No, celebrate
Oh yeah,
each victory that you have, whatever it is, the smallest little bit of things that's going on. You said keep your goal consistent. Yes, consistent goals. Consistency is what wins the race. You have to be consistent in what you're doing and always be
definitely.
creating new goals. I mean, shit, I just created a new goal for myself today. To be
Yeah,
honest with you, I just created a new goal for myself today to obtain another licensing that I've always said for a while that I was going to get, and I always found a reason to put it off, put it off, put it off. But today, guess what I did? I enrolled in the class.
that's excellent, man.
Enrolling for me, that's a victory. That's one step closer to what I want to do. So I enrolled myself in the class today. So kudos to myself, pat myself on the back. Good job. And that's
Most
what you have
definitely.
to celebrate the smallest little things. You know
Yep.
what I mean? When you celebrate those small things and you take pleasure in that, trust me, you're gonna want to keep on striving and striving and striving. So I agree with that statement 100%, Joel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in the same sense, you already know me, Jay. Right now, I'm working in finance at Honda, but you know, I do medical billing on the side, medical coding, and I'm over here preparing to take my test in medical auditing, you know, so that I can become an official auditor for certain hospitals and whatnot, being able to take a look at different doctors' coding, making sure that they're billing people correctly. So yeah, man, it's always good to keep something in your back pocket. Always, you know,
Exactly.
both skill wise and financially wise. You know, that's why they always tell you keep a steady job, but have some additional income coming in. You know, always have something else on the back burner. So that way, if things should fall down, or if you should fall down, it's not a fall far before you can pick yourself up.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't be a one trick pony. That's the thing. Don't be
for
a one
sure.
trick pony because anything in life can happen at any given moment to any of us. If 2020 didn't teach us that, I don't know what will. The entire world just shut off, shut down, done. Everybody was home. Everybody was wondering, okay, what are we gonna do? Toilet paper was $48 for a six pack of toilet paper. I mean, the world just went crazy. So that in itself should teach us all that damn, at the blink of an eye, everything can change at the blink of an eye. So always put yourself in a position to where, damn, if one thing on this side falls apart, I got something on this side that can counteract and balance off what I'm losing over here. Always put yourself in that position. Put yourself in position to save money. I know in this fragrance space, this is a very expensive hobby that we have. We do. But please
Yeah.
don't go spending your bill money on fragrances. Don't neglect paying your car payment. You got that. Don't be out here, damn, I ain't about to pay my rent because I'm sat up here and bought the latest Parfum de Marley fragrance that came out. Like,
That's
no,
crazy.
we have to do this all with balance. I ain't y'all financial advisor, as EQ would say. Shout out to EQ. But you just have to be smart in everything that you do. It's called priorities for a reason.
For
Prioritize
sure.
everything in your life, not just spending. Prioritize relationships with people. Prioritize what you're doing on your job. Priorities is what's going to change and make a difference. Let me not say change, but priorities is what's going to make a difference in your life to where you can see positive changes. Lack of priorities, you're going to see a lot of negative things in your life. So, we just have to make sure that we're doing things with balance, that we're doing things smart. So that's just going to be, that's going to be the key. And I see Joel with another comment here, learn, learn,
Yeah.
learn. Knowledge is power. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Don't let society let you evolve their way. Exactly. With your plan,
Exactly.
evolve the way you want. Absolutely, Joel. And I see another comment from Terrence. You budget for everything. Absolutely. Make sure that you budget for everything. You know, I've been
Budgeting is
waiting for
essential.
certain fragrance to come available before I buy it. I've saw a lot of
Haven't we
different things
all?
out there, but I'm holding tight. I'm like, okay, whenever this particular fragrance that I'm looking for comes back at a price that I want, then I'll buy it. It's not that I don't have the money to buy it now. It's just not at the price I want it. So I'm trying
That's
to
right.
exercise patience. And Dane with his craziness down in the chat. Um, Good job, Dane. And
I'll
I
take
see
it. Hey,
Yeah, and I
we'll
see
take
that
it.
it is priorities, bro. It is priorities. Eve, never sacrifice your well-being for your hobbies and material things. For me, I created an extra stream of income to take care of the things I enjoy. See, there
I,
you go.
I I definitely express that with E. E trains kids in football. I be training kids in basketball. Hey, it's a little easy, and some people will call it a hustle. But the thing about it is that it may be a hustle, but I love it because it's something that I love doing, you know,
Yeah,
and so it never feels like work, even though it's providing side income for you. It never feels like work. You're giving back to the community, to whoever it may be, whoever's community may be involved, and I mean, you're always making a difference.
right, right. I mean, I just started a side hustle too. I started my OnlyFans page, so catch me on OnlyFans, y'all. Y'all can catch me.
Boy, you go on this man's only page, you gonna catch something else, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Sip a drink on that one, Jay.
Yeah,
You
man,
wilding out right now.
I had to get a little sip off that, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to catch a little sip. Just a
Yeah.
little humor for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just a little
Uh,
humor.
hey, it's been a long day. Hey, a long day plus Jason and liquor. You already knew something was
Yeah,
coming.
you know what I'm saying? Just a little
Pause.
bit a little bit of humor for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Nicole's laughing at me in the chat. It's all right though. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring entertainment for y'all. That's why I'm here,
Hey,
is to entertain y'all, to bring y'all some entertainment, man.
I ain't mad at you though, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been seeing them numbers that them OnlyFans people be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like, hey,
they getting that money, bro.
man, I'm telling you, they losing
Yeah,
a lot of respect and whatnot. But I tell you what, in the
absolutely,
immediate pockets,
absolutely,
hey, they getting filled to
absolutely.
some extent.
Hey, Kate, my daughter's on
Hey, here we
Instagram
go.
saying, hey, sweet pea. Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, Dame saying crazy thing. Jay can put real estate classes on the OnlyFans. It ain't got to be the wildness. That's true.
Actually, he ain't
That is
lying
true.
because I know people that literally
That is true.
go on there and they teach people how to play the piano on OnlyFans. I said, what?
Yeah. Yeah. That's facts. That's facts, man. You can definitely do more than craziness on OnlyFans. Absolutely. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah.
Facts Gems. My training has become very fulfilling income wise, and personally, I make affordable for athletes, but enough to make good profit. Some days I
Yeah.
make 350 training for an hour worth of training. Damn, he
Hey,
signed me up, bro.
hey, Jay. Let me add to this too because this literally falls in line perfectly with what we were talking about. Because for those who don't know, I don't know. Well, let me ask you this, you mind me telling what you do full time? I don't want to give that information out if you don't want it. So I don't. He said, "This is why we gotta be careful who we allow on here. We got a bunch of
Yeah, man. For
bunch of
those that are on
clowns in here, man.
Instagram, and this might seem a little weird for those that are watching on Instagram, we are also on our YouTube page,
Yeah.
which is Sips, the letter N, then Sniffs. So if you want to go to YouTube, go to Sips, letter N, then Sniffs. You can find us there, and you can join us on the fun party that we're having here on YouTube. That way, when we're reading comments, you're not looking like, what the hell are they
You're not
talking about?
lost.
You can kind of actually see the comments and interact with us here on YouTube. So if you have an opportunity, Sips and Sniffs, come join the party here on YouTube. Okay, back to our regular
Already.
scheduled programming.
Already. So he said he doesn't mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. So
Okay.
what he does is he's an athletic director at a school. So he oversees multiple sports departments, for a number of reasons: finances, scheduling games, whatever may come the team's way, right? So he handles that. But at the same time, he's helping these different sports, but at the same time, he helps kids not just from his school, but from other schools as well that play football. He's helping the linemen become skilled enough to be recruited and get scholarships, for all levels of play. D1, D2. I'm sure he's had some D3s and whatnot, JUCOs. But yeah, so he took his understanding, his knowledge from his previous career. He used his connections at his school with the kids and the parents. And now he uses those connections and he makes money off of them, training them to become the players that they want to be. So he updated himself, made a little move, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and thus created a side hustle that's still attached to his main job, and it still keeps him on his toes, still educates him on what's going on, especially in the football aspect. And thus, he said it has been financially helpful for him.
Hey,
And
man, and
man,
that's what
yeah,
it's all
man,
about, man. That's what it's
50
all
a
about.
day.
So we appreciate you, for letting us, share that information, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Sure.
For real. Appreciate you,
Here
man.
we go.
Okay. Joel says exotic
Joel,
dance.
he's
Okay.
definitely talking about you.
Nah, I
I ain't
think
did a
Joel's
little
talking
bear
about
show.
himself, man. I think Joel is an exotic dancer, bro, because, at one point, Joel's niche fragrance game wasn't where it is today. All of a sudden, Joel been spending big bags on fragrances. So I
Liquid
think Joel's been
Imaginary
out
and
here.
all that.
Yeah, I think Joel been out here shaking a little something. Pause, no Diddy, but I think he been out here shaking a little something, man. So
Hey, 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 what was that? Oh God, we were watching something. We were talking about this the other day. It's gonna come back to me, Jay. But we were
yeah,
laughing at it the other day, man. But no, that no Diddy boy, that statement right there is killing me.
yeah, man. I
That
think we
statement
was.
is killing me.
I don't know. I don't know if we was talking about something. I don't know if it was about. Was this? Nah, I ain't even about to bring up that name, bro. But you know what, bro? We family. It was this saucy Santana or
Oh
whatever.
my God, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
come on, man. We got to do better. You know what I'm saying? We can't be out here. Yeah, the whole saucy. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
discussion.
situation on that, bro. That's you breaking the
Hey,
no Diddy button when you talk about saucy, man. You breaking the no Diddy button. So
yeah, yeah, we gonna steer clear of that. I mean,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
that
yeah,
young man, or I'm not even sure how he identifies. I know he was born a man. You
yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? But
Yeah,
he's living a
man.
whole different lifestyle. I don't feel like touching on it right now. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone, man.
Do your thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. Terrence say this is taking a turn. All right, Terrence, we gonna
All right, we coming back. We coming back.
yeah, we coming
It's
back to where
Jay.
it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
It's Jay.
Absolutely,
It's all
absolutely.
Jay, the Sent Father, leading us astray.
Hey, hey, bro, it's all right, man. Let's see. E said
Nah, but
that he had to
yeah,
reinvent myself after the NFL was over. I had to learn to use my gifts to make profit. My advice is just find something
exactly.
that is sustainable. Education and athletics will be around forever. Absolutely. Absolutely, E. All right, Dame. Paul is on touching on that. Got you.
All right.
Really back in.
All right.
All right, we back on track now. We back on track.
Oh man. All right, let's go. Let's
We are
go.
back on track.
All right. But basically, to make a long story short, all right, that third part was just about making sure that you are constantly updating yourself, not just in your skill set, but what's going on around you and how you might, just making sure that you stay educated on if you need to make a quick change, a quick career move. Sometimes it's no more than a few months of studying, take a test, get a cert, and next thing you know, you've got a new career field, especially in
Right,
today's world, because I mean, you're finding that there are quite a few jobs where you can make some good money off of them and you don't need a degree. It's been like that, but it's starting to come back around to it in some areas, especially in the medical
right,
field. There are plenty of jobs that you can get that make good money, and you don't have to dedicate 4 to 5 years of your life taking classes, paying for university fees and everything, and you can still have a good career.
right. You're absolutely right, man. I mean, I agree with what you said 1000%. Seriously. I
Your daughter,
agree with that one too. Yeah, honey, we're talking about life things, sweet pea. Yeah, my daughter, she's asking questions on IG. Yeah,
she's eating
we're just
she
talking about
hears you.
some things about life, honey. The importance of purpose, the importance of having goals and things of that nature. And just me as a father, and I'm going to share this with you guys because we're all family here. My daughter, Caitlin, amazing, amazing young woman. Very, very proud of her. She had goals when she was in high school. She went through college, graduated college here last year. She's got a great job. She's living a really, really good life now, and that all comes from being goal oriented, being driven, knowing what your passion and your purpose is, and sticking to that.
Yes.
So she's a living witness for me. She actually motivates me to want to push harder, in things in my career and places where I want to go. So honey, I'm really proud of you. I love you. um I can't
Good.
express
Good
enough
job.
just how proud you make, me, your mother, your sisters, everyone that's around you and that love you. So again, from the bottom of my heart, sweetie, keep pushing, keep striving, keep reaching those goals, make them small, make them quarterly, and just keep building from there. That's the basis of what we're talking about tonight is just, staying on your purpose, knowing what your goals are, building your brand within yourself. And you're doing a great job at that. So my hat off to you, Sweet Pea. Daddy loves you. Can't wait to see you again. Sorry, guys, for going off on a little personal tangent.
You've been doing it all night, Jay. It don't matter.
But, but at the end of the day, man, this is what this channel is about. This
It
channel is
is
always going to be about being transparent. It's always going to be about
for sure.
honesty. And, we're not just fragrance. We talk about a lot of different things on our platform. And tonight was just, one of these little side journeys that wasn't scripted. It wasn't part of the
It's all
the
right.
the outline and the dialogue and the dialect of how we go about doing things. But you're always going to get realness from me. So again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, honey. And back to regular scheduled programming. Okay.
And let me say this. No, that was actually perfect timing, Jay. Because here's the thing: the last part that I was going to touch on, that we were going to speak on, is the importance of making sure that you pass these positive habits, these positive things that you're doing, all finding direction, being able to making sure that you update yourself, that you're constantly um, looking the way that you want people to see you according to your brand, your career and whatnot. All of this is for nothing when you die if you are not passing this on to someone younger than you, whether it be another male, which is preferred, or a woman, which is also preferred. But at the same time, women help women. I think in a lot of cases, women are more inclined to help other women than I see sometimes men being inclined to help other young men.
Right.
And so this is why I would say the men out there listening to this, it is preferred that you would find a young man to help, you know, help him to find who he wants to be and help him define the direction and the path to take to become that person that they want to become. Whether you are assisting them daily by calling them, checking to see, hey, you're a senior in high school. Have you called and talked to the schools? Have you checked on your financial aid? Have you seen what scholarships are available? Have you talked to your teachers about this and that? Whether it's that or whether you're doing like E, where they're athletes and you're training them and you're teaching them not just the stuff that they need on the field, but also telling them the things that you had to pick up while you were in college, like when he was at Syracuse or when he became a pro and he went to Carolina, how he had to hold himself accountable and hold himself as an NFL player as opposed to an NCAA college player. The requirements are different because you no longer have the support system that you had in college when you become an NFL player. It's kind of like whoever you got around you is going to more than likely sway you one direction or another. So it's important that we give all this stuff that we're talking about. It's important that we go ahead and give this to other young men out there, help to guide them, help to give them direction for whatever it is that they may be trying to do in life.
Absolutely, man. Again, you know, always strive, people, like we talked about last week. If you have knowledge that you can pass on to anybody else, share that knowledge. That's just what it has to be. Share that knowledge with others. Um, College might not be for everybody. It's
No,
not. College is not for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with you if you say that. If you say, "Hey, guess what? College ain't for me." You know what? I can respect that more than you just trying to just go to college and then you wasting money, you wasting time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great careers out there where you can make a lot of money to where college is not required. Now if you're trying to get a quote unquote job in a major corporation and you're not, trying to be independent, then college is going to be in your best interest to do that.
Yeah.
Going to sit there and lie to you and act like you're going to go be an executive at Coke or AT&T or whatever, and you don't have a college degree. No, it doesn't
Chances
work
are
that
not.
way. You need to take your butt to college. But you know, if you want to be a real estate agent, or if you want to go into insurance sales, or you want to be an electrician, or you want to be a plumber, colleges are necessary for those things. You can just go get a certification, take a few classes, and boom, you've got a career.
Yeah.
But you have to commit yourself to that career, whatever it is that you're choosing. You have to commit yourself to it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, just share your knowledge with people. Share all of your knowledge. Don't just hold knowledge to yourself. Give that knowledge to other people. Pour that knowledge into the youth, because trust me, the youth is so misled right now by social media and all this other nonsense right
Oh
now.
God.
The youth needs
Yeah.
positive people to take their life experiences, their knowledge, and pour into them and say, hey, look, what you're seeing on social media and all this stuff, this is not reality. This ain't real life. This is all fictitious flights of fantasy that's created as a distraction. Because trust me, there's a purpose behind everything. And I'm not about to sit here and get too deep with you guys on that. That'll be a whole nother topic, for something different. But at the end of the day, share your knowledge. The youth needs us, especially men.
Yeah.
Young men need us, uh,
Yes.
like there's no tomorrow. And it goes
Yes.
vice versa, for the women out there. If you're a woman of honesty, integrity, and ethics, pour that into your other young women. I mean, we don't
Yes.
need too many more sexy reds and sukianas, and we don't need that being the image of what a black woman is supposed to look like. We don't need that. So share all these things, share your morals, share your ethics, share good things with people, and instill, those values in which you have for yourself into the younger generation, because they need it. They're lost.
No, for sure. I definitely agree with you. The thing is, I don't even know if they're lost. They're found. Social media found them, and social media, which they don't know, is full of lies. All right.
Yeah.
From the first day that Facebook was created and open to the public, people were lying on there. Hell, I had Facebook before anybody at my school had it. How did I have it? Based off of a lie. My friend went to Michigan State. I used his school email address, and I was on there early. I mean, they're the problem with the youth is that not enough adults with positive purpose are finding them before the social media with negative purpose is finding them. That's why I probably say about 6 out of 10 kids that you ask nowadays, what do you want to be when you grow up? Anywhere from middle school to high school, I'd say 6 out of 10 of them are going to say an influencer or
Yeah.
something on social media with influence.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny too. We were talking about this briefly. I think I talked to you and E about this, and it's funny how now, honestly, about a year or two ago, the fragrance community was. I'm not going to say it was small, but it wasn't out there as much as it is now. And when I used to recommend and send fragrances to my little dudes who were going to college and whatnot, they were looking at me crazy. Now I go on TikTok, and every kid with more than 5 colognes got a fragrance channel now.
That's crazy, man.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
I ain't seen so many so and so scents, fragrance. There's something. Ooh, there's something. I'm telling you, every 13 through 20-year old with 3 or more scents got a channel where they are reviewing fragrances, which is fine. But it's
Yeah.
funny to see how much is blown up. But I'm not gonna get into what happens when you start listening to the content and everything. But the point being, if you listen to the content, you'll see that they're out here buying fragrances, collecting them, whatnot. But they're not really enjoying them. The
Yeah, man.
reviews are kind of repeated reviews of what they've heard and whatnot. You know how it is, man,
Yeah, man. Let's jump to some of these comments, man.
for sure.
I see that Dame is being Dame right now, saying, "Nah, let Sexy Red do her thing." Hey, bro,
Yeah,
Sexy, do your thing. I mean, you do you, Sexy. I mean, hey, that's what you do. I mean, you do you, but I'm just saying that's just not a good representation of what the young women should be aspiring to be in life is a Sexy Red. But I know Dame like them Sexy Reds and Suki Hunters of the world. I mean, that's
and
Dame.
let me give a little bit of backup for Sexy Red, Jay.
Oh,
The thing about Sexy Red, unlike Sukiana and some others, is that she came from nothing. I ain't gonna lie. When you come from nothing, you have no fundamental understanding of the way things work outside of that little small area of St. Louis that you're from. And trust me, if you've ever been to that area, it's it's truly hood, you know. And I don't mean the type of hood that you hear some of the people say when they think, oh, because they don't have fences or something like that, or maybe the road is really messed up. No, 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 no. She's really from the struggle out there. And so she, I don't know, without a proper education, I don't know if she can do much more. To be honest with you, there ain't no
bro,
changing it at this point.
I haven't heard I haven't heard a single Sexy Red song. Like I haven't heard a Sexy Red song from beginning to end. I think I may have gotten through 32 seconds of a Sexy Red song, dude, and I swear I felt like I was retarded. By the time I finished listening to 32 seconds of Sexy Red, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, man. It's just too much. My brain cells. I just felt like I got a little bit more stupider by listening to that crap for 32 seconds of my life that I wish I had back. But hey, do your thing, Sexy. I mean, do your thing. I mean, I don't know. But
You know
Joel
what's
says
funny?
that,
You know what's funny? Those words that you just said,
yeah.
they're actually on a song that a few 35 and up women were singing today at work. Do your
What?
thing, sexy.
She's got a song that says that?
Jay, she's got a song that took one of my favorite songs from back in the day. It was by a Dallas group. They sold it to Hurricane Chris. I don't know if you remember him. You
Yeah,
should,
I remember
Hurricane
Hurricane
Chris.
Chris.
Okay.
I
He
want her
bought the
one Hurricane Chris song.
Do you remember a song called Coke Bottle? Oh no, 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 no. What she said, she find Halle Berry. That's what it's called, Halle Berry.
Okay, yeah. Well, I heard two of his songs then, yeah. Okay.
She took that song, and those on Instagram. Just a heads up, it's about to kick us off, so I will hop back on so that you can be in here, okay? But just so you know, Jay, they took that Halle Berry song. She took it, dried
Yeah.
it up, took away some of the background beat, and my friend, she yeah,
Yeah.
she turned it into her own song, and it was I think it's called "Get It Sexy" or "Get 'Em Sexy" or
That's
something like
crazy.
that. Brother, it's as ratchet as can be. It's a club banger. I ain't gonna lie about
Yeah.
that one because it's
Yeah,
definitely
no.
something that they will only play at the club,
Yeah, no.
but it's ratchet
I see what Joel
as can
says.
be.
He came from not much to what I am today, living pretty good according to his standards. Now he has a condo, two retirement funds, etc. Everything is reachable if you put your
Let
mind
me
to
get
it.
this back on, yo.
That is fantastic, Joel. Like for real, man. If there's any females on here that's looking for looking for a good dude, Joel, he got his stuff together. He's got his own condo, two retirement funds, and everything else. That's rare to find these days. So, great job on that, Joel. Great job, brother. Um, let's see. We've got another comment here from Nicole. If you can highlight that one for me, James. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me right now.
Oh, can you see me now? Am I back in here?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, I see you just fine.
You back in, Jack?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
if
go.
you can highlight the comment from Nicole for me.
I got you.
You got feedback again.
That's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. It started once you jump back and started the line.
Boom.
It stopped now. But show
Yeah,
must
I'm
go
not
on.
sure what it is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, you're fine. I can
Go
hear you.
ahead.
I see Nicole has a comment
Okay.
says, let's just start with the fact that I had to Google who Sexy Red is to begin with. But as soon as she came up, she is just another one of those females that is of this new generation. No, just no. Nicole, I 1000% agree with you. So yeah, don't know who Sexy Red is. Just leave it as a Google search. And yeah, your brain cells will appreciate you by doing that. So yeah, Sexy Red is just that's just not it. No, no. It's a no for me too. Absolutely. A no. So, guys and ladies, um, again, for the last time, just share the information that you have with people. Help other
Yeah.
people get on the path of life of where, they will aspire to be, things that you can help them with. Um, let's just pour into each other. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no Diddy, because I know Dame gonna get started. So let's just share
Yeah.
the information that we have with one another, so that way not only are we looking out for the youth now, but we're looking out for future generations to come.
No,
um,
for sure.
Always remember this when you're looking at people like Sexy Reds and all these other different people. This is the generation to where when we get older, these are the people that we're going to rely on to take care of us and be there for us when we're older. Do you want Sexy Red and people like that looking out for you when you get older? Ask yourself that question when you go to support this buffoonery and coonery that they put on TV and on the radio. Do you want that taking care of you when you're older? Do you want that being in control of your social security benefits, your health insurance benefits, all of these things? Is that what you want to be in control of, what your future when you get older and want to retire? Do you want that to be what's going to control how the outcome comes for that? Just always keep that in mind when you're out there supporting this crap. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, y'all, we are going to talk about a couple fragrances now. We're not always going to be here and give you guys these nuggets, but we're also going to share some great fragrances with you guys.
Of
And
course.
we're talking tonight in regards to fragrances that we may have, and we might want to explore a little bit deeper
More
into
of.
and figure out some things in regards to what are some other pickups that we want to have.
For sure.
So James, I will let you go first and kick this off, my guy.
Of course you will. All right, y'all. So one of my recent purchases comes from the house of Clive Christian. Came in the mail a few days ago, actually last week. But man, it's a beauty. I smelt it up there at Neiman Marcus. Had it on skin. It was such a lovely, beautiful, woody, aromatic, spicy. For some reason, to my nose, it smells even a little bit of citrus, but maybe that's just some of the spice and whatnot. But coming from the house of Clive Christian, oh, let me put the cap back on. Town and Country. All right. Now,
That was $40 worth of spray right there, man.
you know I got it on discounted. Let's knock it down.
Okay. All right. That's $38 worth of spray, man.
Stop it. But hey, look. It's beautiful. All right. Beautiful blend. I tell you what, let me go ahead and put it on skin because it's been about a week since I had it on skin. I went up there. Off top, y'all, I'm definitely getting citrus-like notes. Um, Definitely earthy, woody tones. A little bit of sweetness in here. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay. It smells like bergamot and a couple other things. Let me see
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
But ironically, I'm over here. I looked it up earlier, and obviously, this is one of the fragrances where Fragrantica definitely fell through for us. All right, definitely fell through because on Fragrantica it only gives me three notes: clary sage, ambergris, and sandalwood. And I know
No.
that's a lot.
No, there's
I
citrus
know
up
that's a
top.
lot.
There's citrus up
Yes,
top.
very much so. I'm about to give me 1 second, man. I forget what is that. What is that website that Dedrick and them go to?
Parfumo?
Parfumo. Let's go to
Yeah.
Parfumo because this is citrus as hell.
It's a beautiful
I know
fragrance, man.
that's like a lemon and a bergamot. It may even be citrine, to be honest with you, or not citrine. What is the uh,
Citron?
citron? Yeah, citron
Citron?
because it's very sharp. Yes, town and country. All right, here we go, y'all. Of course, he gave me the other one. I don't know what this is.
I mean, that's a very beautiful fragrance. I mean, I've had an opportunity to experience it one time in Neiman's. That was like right after I bought my bottle of crab apple blossom, and I
Yeah,
had an opportunity to experience that one, man. And to be honest with you, I was like, damn, like this is one of them ones, man. It's definitely going to be one that I'll add to my collection. I'm a little bit down the line. I've got a couple other things that I want to pick up first, but
for sure.
that's not a cheap fragrance. It's not a cheap fragrance. I got to make sure I got enough on my WIC and EBT card to where I can pay for that one. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Look,
that one costs a nice amount of money, man. It's not a cheap one, but it's
look. I'm gonna
definitely
tell you
worth
this, Jay.
what it is, though.
Your boy about to go back to LeBaire night. I thought I gave it up in college, but nah, we're gonna have to go ahead and hit that full Monty a few nights on the weekends. Cause yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This right here, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful blend, y'all. Let me go ahead and read the notes, man. And I'll tell you what I'm actually getting. So in the top notes, you get bergamot, juniper, lemon, and clary sage. Okay. The lemon and the bergamot are so strong, so pronounced that you barely get anything else. All right. Juniper only starts to come out after it dries down, and it gives a little bit of tartness with sweetness in there. All right. But in the heart of it, you've got cardamom, frankincense, sandalwood, and white tea. Now, I'm going to tell you this, it takes a while to dry down to it. I'll probably say up to an hour. But once you hit that hour, that white tea note starts to come in. And the only reason why I recognize the white tea, Jay, is because I started wearing that aquamedium.
Oh, okay. That's
And
another
although it
one.
has like a
That's another
green
one.
tea, yeah, but although it has a green tea note, you can definitely smell the tea note, because it sticks out from the rest of the fragrance.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, you smell the spice, so you get the cardamom and the frankincense and whatnot. But the frankincense more or less blends in with the woodiness at the end. I think the cedar wood and whatnot. Oh yeah, base notes are ambergris, cedar wood, cashmere, and patchouli. So it definitely has a earthy dry down. But
Yeah.
y'all, that citrus for the most part stays with the life of the scent. I mean, you get to some degree some of it, and it blends in well with the dry down to the earth and woody notes.
Yeah.
But y'all, it's beautiful. I smelled several of Clive Christian, and that's what has me interested in the house. I will be honest with you. The one that Jay has, apple, the what
Grab
is it?
apple
Apple
pie.
blossom, crab apple blossom. I plan on getting that. Rock rose, beautiful fragrance. But my and I think there's one that's similar to they call it E. They call it
Mm-hmm.
men's E, which
Yeah.
is actually pretty good. Smelt it, definitely enjoyed it. I might get that. But the second one that I'm gonna pick up before anything else in Clive Christian will be Blonde Amber. When I tell y'all,
That one is
Blonde Amber
nice.
is such a beautiful smell. It is. It is. I don't want to use the wrong word because Dame's listening.
Bro, say what you
No,
got to
it is
say, man.
heavy enough. Yeah, it is heavy enough. All right, to wear in the winter and in the cold. But
Okay.
there's enough citrus, and it's still light enough that you can wear it in the summer and it won't be cloying.
Yeah.
But that is my second one. Blonde Amber is a must buy and a must wear for sure. So those
Okay.
are my two favorite out the house. Those are the ones that I'm looking forward to getting. Comes in a beautiful display, like so. Gives you the box. Fragrance goes in here. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cloud
Climb Christian.
Christian.
They have some great agents, man. Great fragrance, man. I mean, great house
Man,
as well, man. I really enjoy the fragrances from Clive Christian. Clive Christian gets a lot of heat, man, because of how expensive they are. But until you experience the Clive Christian fragrance, you'll understand why it costs what it costs.
yeah,
Because Clive Christian fragrances, man, the quality, the blends, they take you on journeys.
man,
You know, they they go through different stages, and how they develop, and it's not just that opening mid dry down and that's it. You'll go open the mid dry down, and then later on, you'll start to get some more of those top notes again. You'll start to get some more of the mid notes later on down the line. I mean, it's a beautiful house. I'm definitely going to get more from Clive Christian, to be honest. And I see that Habib's Jump Up and Kiss Me Hedonistic is on the way. Okay, it's on my want to sample list. Okay, I've heard of that one. And Joel, anyone tried Le Artisan Parfumer Timbuktu? Never heard of it, Joel. Never heard of it. If you can, I mean, drop some notes in the chat. I mean, let us know what the note breakdown may be. Maybe it's something that we can check out. But no, I've never heard of it before. What about you, Jen?
I actually have not. As a matter of fact, I've been waiting to respond to a earlier post from Joel. He has definitely been raving about what is it? Imaginary Liquid. What's the name of the brand that he was?
Liquid Imagineers?
Liquid Imagination. Yes,
Yeah.
there's one that my rep named Billy over there at Neiman put me on. It's the new pomegranate one.
Hmm. Okay.
It's the red liquid. And I put it like this. I went up there and smelled it at the same time. I got a sample of the what is it, the blonde amber,
Yeah.
and this. And I tell you what, that pomegranate note is uh, it's strong, but it's beautiful. It smells like a juicy pomegranate in the opening. Man, all I know is this: I wore it for about 2 hours before I had to come back and take a shower, get going to where I was going.
Yeah.
And man, I'm telling you, it hasn't left my head. I right
Wow.
now it's a $200 fragrance, and I have literally been setting aside money so I can go out there and purchase it when I need to.
It's like that.
And this one I'm willing to pay full price for.
Wow. For blonde amber.
It's good. Not blonde amber. No, no, no. I
Which one?
would. Blonde amber would break me. Uh, I'm talking about the liquid imagination. Hold on
Oh,
one second.
Liquid Imaginaires. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, liquid imaginaire. I'm about to hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's not bloody wood. Let me see here because it's killing me. I was just looking at it earlier. Oh, I'm a decor. Uh, I'm a decor. I
Yeah, I'm
believe
not
that's how you
familiar with
pronounce
that
it.
one. Yeah, I'm not familiar
It
with that
has
one.
yeah, it has blood orange. It has grapefruit, mandarin orange. It is pomerose, pomerose, not pomegranate, pomerose. But it is a beautiful fragrance, bro. I when
Okay.
you get a chance, get your nose on it. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out, man. I haven't heard anything about that, but that's a house, honestly, man, that don't get a lot of love in the fragrance community. For whatever reasons
We gonna
why I
get
don't
on it.
know.
We gonna get on it.
Yeah, man, it don't get a lot of love out there, man. But I've smelled a lot from that house before. I've got a couple of samples, and I have a bottle of one, but I can't remember the name of which one it is. I have to go back and look at it. But I've got a bottle. But yeah, man, they've got some really good fragrances, man. I mean, they've really got some really good ones. And I see Joel's put the notes for
He said
Timbuktu.
the 10 buck too. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah. So we got
keeps us
green
moving. Let me see.
mango, cardamom, pink pepper, frankincense, papyrus, Cairo, caron, vetiver, benzoin, and patchouli. Okay. Hmm.
He said it's called Timbuktu.
Yeah, Timbuktu is what it's called. And that one is from Le Artisan Parfum.
He put okay, okay. I think they call it Tumultu. Cedar, sandalwood, coconut, and patchouli. Is that what he said?
No, it's
No, he
green
said
mango,
frankincense.
cardamom, pink pepper,
Uh,
frankincense, papyrus, Cairo, carondi, vetiver,
oh,
benzoin, and patchouli.
yeah. I
Um,
definitely have to take time to look up that one. That's nice though. It
yeah,
does sound
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, the notes do sound pretty good, man. But my particular scent that I'm bringing to you guys
Yeah.
today is classified as a citrus, warm, spicy, ambery fragrance. Which honestly, I'd be lying to y'all once I smell this if I'm going to be able to tell y'all notes in this because this particular house, um,
Yeah.
they have a lot of notes. The blend, the quality, everything is 100% top tier. Not only just the fragrance itself, but all the way down to the presentation. One of the better presentations that I have in my entire collection. And
Oh,
this particular house that I'm bringing to you guys today is from the house of Fragrance Dubois. As you can see, this
yeah.
beautiful velvety box here, plaque on the front. You open it up, you've got their card here, beautiful red velvet on the inside. But the fragrance that I'm bringing to you guys today is going to be Oud Blue Intense.
Mm.
This particular fragrance, you guys, seriously, um, man, I mean, even the atomizers and these things, look at that. Even the atomizers, man,
When you start talking about that upper level purchase,
man.
man, they
I mean,
all the sprayer is
yeah,
like
man. I
huge.
mean, the atomizer on these things is absolutely crazy. Very pressurized on that.
Yes.
Um, Up top, you got some citrus. I want to say it's coming from Mandarin, is what I get. You've
You
got some
mind if I look it
spices.
up?
You've got some spices. Getting some cardamom, some nutmeg. Um, there's there's supposed to be oud in here, but honestly, I don't really get a heavy oud from this. To be honest with you, there's no blue or marine notes in this particular fragrance. So how they blended this together and how they put these notes together to give it a smell of a blue fragrance is insane because there's not one single note in here that's going to give you any indication that this smells blue, but the name fits this fragrance perfectly. I mean, this thing smells absolutely amazing. It's not cheap by no stretch of the imagination. This little
Not at
50
all.
ml bottle here, and as you can see, I got a little, a little dent in this thing. But this thing is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Um, Heavy, heavy, heavy on compliments when you wear this. I was out doing some shopping one day, and I was out with my wife, matter of fact, and she went somewhere and I was walking and this lady was asking me directions for I don't know what she was asking me directions for, but I was wearing this fragrance. And when she was talking to me, mid sentence, she stopped in the middle of her sentence, put her head in my chest, sniffed me, and said, "Wow, you really smell good." It was uncomfortable because it caught me off guard. But yo, that's what this fragrance does. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Do you have the notes pulled up, James?
Let me get which one is it? Because I got
Oud,
several blues.
Oud Blue Intense.
Oud Blue Intense. Okay, give me 1 second. There it is. You've got the one with the black label with the black plate on it. But yeah, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
You hit it on the head. So in the top it has cardamom, mandarin orange, and nutmeg. All right.
Uh-huh.
In the heart it has cistus, frankincense, myrrh, and amber. In the base notes it has opoponax, benzoin, myrrh, oud, and styrax. So
Wow.
when you look at these notes, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're telling me right now that you get a blue feeling from the scent of this cologne, that's crazy.
It is crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I don't know what's giving it that particular scent DNA to make, you getting those not marine chords, but just it just gives you a blue feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's hard to describe it. But damn it, man, this stuff smells amazing, man. It smells
Mm.
amazing. And like Joel's got here, he says, let's see, because he's got a couple of comments here. Terrence sent father with the luxury fragrance. Hey, man, it is what it is, Terrence. I mean, that's what I do, bro. That's what I do, man. I have to bring some of these things to people's attention because these particular fragrances don't always get talked about a lot. And I understand the reason why, because they are a little bit on the pricier side. But
What
Joel's got
you
Desert
know?
Love from Liquid Imaginaries is fire with a date note. I have put my nose to that one, Joel. Matter of fact, I think I have a 10 mil decant of that one. And yeah, that one, you need to sample that one first. That one's not going to be for everybody. It's a very acquired taste in fragrances, Desert Suave. It smells nice in the dry down, but in that opening, it'll punch you in the face on the opening. But it's a good one though. It's a good one.
Let me say this, Jay. The one thing that you're paying for, and I just realized it because I just caught a reflection of the back of my hand. The one thing that you are definitely paying for in these pricier colognes, when you come to Clive Christian, Fragrance Du Bois, even Xerjoff's and some of the others, you're paying for higher quality oil,
Yeah,
which is, I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all can see this, but Now, I
Yeah,
don't get this type of shine when I put on some of my what is it, cocoa butter, especially not the lotion.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you're definitely getting
It's
great
gonna
quality.
last.
You get what you pay for in a lot of these luxury brands. I'm not going to say all, but for a lot of them, you do get what you pay for. Again, I don't wear Oud Blue Intense as often as I would like to, because of the simple fact of it is on the more expensive side, and I don't want to like
Mhm.
blow through it. But also, I have a lot in my fragrance wardrobe anyway. So at the end of the day, I'll never go through this 50 ml bottle anyway.
True.
Um, but it says, okay, we don't wear the bottle, even if it's cool to have the bottle as a presentation on your shelf. Okay, and that's true. Because the comment he made before that, what is it? Because most of us collection, yeah, a 10 mil could be enough to last a pretty long time. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go out and buy an entire bottle of something to have the experience. A 10 mil for me to go through 10 mils of anything would take me a long time. So I can buy a 10 mil of something and
Yeah.
be okay for a while without needing a full bottle. For my guy Jared James, you're the only one. Jim,
Are
so
you the one that's ashy? Let me go ahead and take a second to answer that. No, Joel, I am not ashy. I'm not
no,
sure what the reverend or the preacher,
the
the
bishop.
bishop is
Yeah,
referring to. This is just extra oil on some already well moisturized skin. No
yeah.
gloves needed.
We
No
don't do
gloves needed.
ash on sips and sniffs. You know what I'm saying? We don't do ash here. This is a
That
no
just be
ash
embarrassing.
zone. We moisturize on this channel. For those that choose to have ashy skin, more power to you.
Shoot.
Shout out to all the ashy Larrys of the world. Um, you know, do something different. Watermelon shine is good, soul mine, but I think I'm gonna get again eventually. See, this E, hold
I
on,
put that up there for a reason, Jay.
right?
I put it up there for a reason.
E,
Go back.
you got to E. When you get a fragrance, bro, spend some time with it. Don't just buy it and then 8 days later, oh, guess what, man? Yeah, I sold that because I wanted to go buy something else. No, man, spend time with your fragrances, E. Spend time with them, bro. Lord have mercy, this dude.
Oh my God. All right, let me go ahead and take over real quick. Look, all right, you're right, James. I wore George off and Rosa samples the last 2 days. Oh yeah, and I saw it, Terrence. I'll be liking and sharing your pictures. But yeah, the quality is definitely different. I mean, you notice off top. Like I've said, I said it on a couple of lives before me and Jay linked up together. And I put it like this, bro. When you start paying, and I'm gonna just be honest, when your fragrances start costing anywhere from 150 and up, even on the designer side, you at least get 2 tiers of fragrance. You at least get a journey to some degree. And what I mean is that dry down, that path of dry down, where it takes you from a combination of the top notes and the base notes, then it brings you down to the mid and the base notes, and then finally you just get the dry down of the base notes for the most part. Mainly, like they've always said, the thicker notes, the stronger notes are usually in the base. So you usually get those throughout the entire length of the fragrance,
Right.
or
Okay.
at least up front.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely we'll see that when you start talking about higher costing fragrances and when they start putting or investing more into the quality of oils and uh, and everything else. Man, to be honest with
Yeah.
you,
And I see E's asking, has anybody smelled Ex Nihilo's Flor Narcotique?
I
Yes.
want to.
Yes, I have. It is a beautiful fragrance. It was probably their number one selling fragrance before Blue Talisman was released.
Of course.
Blue Talisman's come in and just, yeah, it's easily, what I'm saying, going to be their number one seller. But yeah, it's a beautiful fragrance. If you got to like florals, you've got to like florals because it is floral dominant. But It is a beautiful, light, airy scent that smells amazing in the air. It smells amazing up close. It's just a really good scent. If you bought it, you're gonna smell amazing, man. But it's not better than Blue Talisman. No.
Let me answer this, Jay. So I've heard good things about that watermelon shine as well. Someone told me, because I haven't smelt it yet, but someone told me that that watermelon shine is a thicker, um, not necessarily clone, but it's a thicker version, a more dense version of Mamasi into me for men. I
Okay.
don't know how true that is, but I definitely want to get my nose on it because watermelon is definitely a fragrance where if it's done right, along with a dry down and a journey throughout the fragrance, oh, I'd love to own that fragrance. I would love to own it. I would love to wear it. I think it would be wonderful. It's kind of like fig, well, plum for me.
Yeah.
That's the fragrance that if it starts off there and it has a good dry down and everything else, I would love to own multiple watermelon fragrances. I think I would be intrigued by what they can do to them in the fragrances.
Okay. Jay, if you got a chance to trade for a prime MJ, would you? I use watermelon shine to get Blue Talisman.
I guess that makes sense, bro. I guess that
Yeah, I
makes sense.
mean, if you put it in those in that regard, then yeah, I mean, yeah, if you use it to get Blue Talisman, then cool. And Joel, you are right. You and I are blind by warriors, and we got to unite. That is the way. Don't sample nothing, y'all. Just blind buy everything. Sampling is for wimps. Don't sample. No, I'm playing, y'all. Sample, sample, sample. I mean, I do blind buy stuff, but please, sample, as much as you can. These fragrances
Stick
are
to what you know too.
exactly
Stick to what you know. Stick to the notes that you recognize if you're gonna
right.
blind buy.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't listen to, what fragrance reviewers might say because they're tasting fragrance might not always line up with your nose. Now, if it's someone whose nose that you trust and you've, gone off their recommendations and blind bought things and it worked out for you, then yeah, I mean, do your thing on blind buys. But even sometimes in those regards, they can go wrong. It's happened to me before, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to everybody who's got a decent fragrance wardrobe. Um, so yeah, by all means, sample, sample, sample.
All right, let's
And
read this last one. Let's see. Oh well, yeah. He said I can see that comparison, James. It's definitely denser with the boozy accord, a boozy watermelon Jolly Rancher.
okay, hmm, I might have to get me a sample of that or something and try that out, man. I haven't,
What do
I've never
we
smelled it, so
what do
he
we got? Blind
blind.
by Voltron? Yeah, what do you got, Voltron or something? What about linking up? Yeah.
I know, right? And the last comment here, Terrence is, I'm 100 plus samples deep with more on the way. I'm sampling first. Those are excellent, excellent words there, Terrence.
Smart man, smart man.
Being 100 plus samples deep, man, you're saving yourself a lot of money on making blind buy mistakes and creating a lot of
Yeah.
redundancy in your fragrance wardrobe. So great job on sample, sample, sample. I'll be saying his samples, man. I'll be like, damn, boy, Terrence is the sample king of the world, man.
Boy, you
Um,
got a decant for every day of the week,
he does, man. I mean,
every day of the year. Yeah,
he does, bro. I mean, his decant game is unmatched, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're smelling good out in the streets, man, and nobody got to know what type of bottle you got in your house, man. As
true,
long as you smell
true.
good, that's all that matters. So yeah, man, sampling first is always going to be the best way to go about doing things. So great job on that, Terrence, for real. Great job on sampling, brother. So
No doubt.
with that being said, y'all, we've got another live in the books tonight. We're about an hour and 40 minutes in. I appreciate everything. I see James is still, getting a sniff on with his Clive Christian. I don't even
That
need
town
to
and
lift.
country is some,
Yeah, I don't even have to lift
some
my arm,
bangers.
man. This blue intense,
It's
bro.
in the
It's
air, right?
pushing heavy. Yeah, it's pushing heavy right now,
Yep.
man. To be honest, it's all this area right here is just filled with the scent, man. It's amazing. So if you get an opportunity to get a decant, of Oud Blue Intense. I mean, check it out. I mean, this fragrance right here is absolutely stunning, man. Fragrance du Bois Oud Blue Intense. If you can try this one out, please, by all means, try it out.
And,
Uh,
and ladies and gentlemen, this is what I would challenge all of you to do. Now, not everybody stays by a Neiman Marcus or even a Nordstrom, but if you know a specific place where you can go to a boutique or something and smell some of these higher quality fragrances, and I don't want to say higher quality to shit on anybody else's, but let's be honest, okay? They're more expensive in most cases for a reason. So they are higher quality, and I would encourage y'all to go out, find a boutique or whatnot, get your nose on some of these. Even if it's not the ones that we're particularly talking about, get your nose on some of them. The Killians, the what was that? Memo in Paris,
yeah,
Liquid Imaginaries, Fragrance Du Bois,
yeah.
Gershaw,
Nishane,
Christian,
yeah, Francis
Nichon.
Kurkdal, Tiziana Terenzi.
Yeah,
Um,
just go
yeah,
out there and discover. And and,
yeah,
and, and, and what I dare you, what I challenge you to do, let me say that, challenge you to do is to go out there, go through one house, and then go through one more maybe, and then just go home, write down or for yourself in your own head, start thinking about the difference between that and some of the other ones that you smelled, or the differences between the houses. I mean, when me, Jay and Eric and Dedrick talk, I mean, we're not up there capping. We literally go to these stores and we spend hours
absolutely.
talking to people. I mean, if I start getting nauseated from the smells, I will literally sit back or sit down somewhere for 30 to 45 minutes and just talk to the salespeople over any and everything, and then go right back into another house. But I mean, I engulf myself with an experience with experiencing the fragrances so that I can increase my knowledge and I can better detail the difference between what I'm getting now and what I was buying before.
Right. Absolutely.
Helps a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, treat yourselves sometimes, fellas. I mean, seriously. I mean, just go, if you have a local Nordstrom's or Neiman's, Saks or anything that sells high-end luxury fragrance, a boutique, whatever it is, just go over there and spend some time in there, and just get your nose on as many fragrances as you can. Build some relationships with these people in these stores, because trust me, if you build relationships with them and you go in, trust me, you'll get a little extra treatment. They'll start making decants for you, giving you,
Okay.
they've given me discovery sets. So I mean, it's you when you build those relationships with people. I mean, trust me, people love it when you talk about fragrance when you're in their departments. I mean, when people have a passion for something and they see the passion that you have and they know what they know that you know what you're talking about when it comes to fragrance. Trust me, you're gonna become friends immediately, and then you'll start to get some good treatment and start to get some freaky decants of stuff and everything else. So just try some things out, guys. Try something different.
For
um
sure.
Once you find what you like, go on discounters and buy it on discount. Don't pay retail for nothing.
Nah,
So
hey,
again,
for real.
guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. James, you have anything before I close this?
No, to be honest with you, enjoyed the time. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Um, like we said, get your nose on some of this stuff, get your experience up, and that way you're not only getting information from the people, from the reviewers such as ourselves, you're also getting your own education on what you're missing out on and what you've already been dealing in. So,
Absolutely. And with that being said, guys, thank you all so much. We'll be coming back to you guys again real soon with some more content, having some more great conversations. And as always, guys, let every sip be a sip of inspiration. Let every sniff be a sniff of something of a new discovery. With that being said, y'all, good night and continue to keep sipping and sniffing. Good night, y'all.
all right, all right, y'all.